Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Everyone, Jai Ma. Okay, let's see. Interesting, all these different questions sometimes are very interesting. So yes, this question I've read and I've written down some points also which I'm going to discuss. The question is by NLNLFM19. This is the username and it's a long question which I'm reading. The younger generation is taking interest in spirituality is a very good development. But there are many kinds of parivartan being done and already done here. Is it so simple and entirely positive? We are fortunate enough to focus on Jap Dhyan. But what about those who are not heard? Lord Ram would never have allowed or tolerated the destruction of poor people's homes by ruthless bulldozers, displacement, rendering voiceless, helpless people homeless without providing adequate compensation, etc., caste atrocities, etc., etc. It's a long question, but it's important to talk about this. See, you're right. In the world, there is always negative, positive. Everything is two poles, like positive pole and negative pole. Now, there are lots of positive people, and you're right. Now, the newer generation is taking a lot of interest in spirituality, why? It is very important to know. You see, I don't remember exactly when, but a couple of years ago, maybe 22, 23 years ago, okay? I don't remember exactly, but there was a time, Theosophical Society believes in this, okay? There was a time when the Meridian said that there was a particular time and a date when if the people who are spiritually inclined, aspirants, already the people who are on the path, that's a different issue. They are already there. But people who are inclined but yet have not entered the spiritual path, that was the time when the door was going to be opened for them, okay? And ethereal level we are talking about. The door was going to be opened for them, and that very minute, that timing was also given. That very minute, if you sit down in meditation or think of the God or your Isht or whatever, you will immediately enter that zone, that dimension of the Satogun people. Sattva gun jo hote hain, Sattva gun ke log jo hain, jo spiritually inclined hai, you will enter that zone. And there was a door opening and there was a complete divide. Ek divide tha between the people who were spiritually inclined and the people who were just not inclined, weren't even thinking about it. So the door was, after a couple of, I think it was 15-20 minutes or something like that, the door would be absolutely closed, shut down, and the two divide will be present. So the division was spirituality versus non-spiritual people. So I remember those days we used to have satsang in the house. My father was around, and my father had mentioned to everyone that whoever is inclined towards spiritual practices or spirituality, please take this time into consideration and sit down in meditation or whatever at that particular time, and don't miss the time. So the people who had come for his satsang, we were all sitting in meditation, and the people who hadn't come that day, hadn't attended, they were in their own homes but meditating. So that was the crucial time when the door would be opened for people. Supposing you were not spiritual and you heard about this incident and you wanted to sit down at that very moment, yes, you would be allowed to enter that door. But there were people who were just not interested, okay? So for them, that door was completely shut. So for them, it was doomsday. Now, if you talk about, we are doing Jap Dhyan and the new generation children are also interested, absolutely correct. Okay, so they have entered that door and they have gone in, whether in their mother's womb also, if they have entered, they have entered, okay? Now, the people who hadn't entered, who were on the other side of the fence, they are here for destruction. They are here for that. they are here. ये कलयुग चल रहा है. So there is a definite divide between Sattva Gun people and Tamo Gun people. Okay, there is a certain divide. Now another interesting thing is that the 6th root race has started. We belong to the 5th root race. Now what is the 6th root race? They are very good looking people who have entered, very European looking people they will be. They will be born, and in the new young, children will be looking very angelic. They will be born with, say, blonde hair, very fair skin, and they will be multi-talented from birth. It's not like they develop all that and they learn from birth. And I have seen so many videos on that, and it was very interesting. Now I don't remember the names of the videos, so don't ask me those names. But little children, playing the piano or reciting something, and they haven't learned anything. They're just like 3-4 years old, and they know, they have knowledge about everything. So the 6th root race people are going to be highly intelligent, very ethereal beings, okay? And morally very upright, and they will have knowledge about science as well as spirituality, amalgamation of both the things. So that 6th root race has already begun. We are still in the 5th root race, and 5th root race will be overlapping kind of the 6th root race of people. We are talking about people who belong to the 6th root race. They will be very tall, like 6 feet tall, and they'll be very, very they will make the world progress. That's how it goes, and that progress will be very, very fast because they'll be highly intelligent, not like us that we have knowledge of only one compartment we know, the other one we don't know. It's not going to be like that, So that 6th root race people, once they come, so you see there is a divide. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The divide is so much that you feel, why is all this atrocity going on? Why is there caste distinction? It will be. Kalyug chal raha hai. And Kalyug only 5,000 years have gone by. There are still lakhs of years to go, thousands and thousands of years to go by. Finally, when the entire destruction will take place, the people who have tread the spiritual path, who are the Sattva Gun people, they will be saved ultimately, and they will be going into the Satyug. They will enter the Satyug, the people who will survive. But the people who are not, they are Tamo people, they will all be destroyed. Kal ki jab aayegi to kya hone wala hai? And there has to be a pocket of Sattva Gun people, the right people, the spiritually inclined people, the spiritual people who will bring in the new era in the Satyug. If nobody's left, there is no Satyug. So abhi to hazaron saal baki hai. We have just crossed 5,000 years of Kalyug. We are talking about 1,000 and lakhs of years still to go by. So, but I'm just explaining the whole situation that you are so perplexed. Why is this happening? It has to happen. There is negative, positive all the time. So people who are in Jap and Dhyan, they're very lucky. And they have to protect themselves with that. And the other side of the atrocities are going to bound to happen. Continuously they'll be happening. Abhi to shuruaat hai. This is the beginning. It's still going to be worse. So I hope I've explained a little bit in my own way, what I could explain to you. And thank you. I'll see you next time. Jai Ma.